is grams of protein, which is amazing.
Now for the taste test. This is always so good. I love it. You get 44 grams of protein in this. Today we're gonna do a what I eat in a day to get in lots of protein. Today, by the end of the day, we're gonna show 100 plus grams of protein. We'll see where we get to. And we're gonna start with what I eat first thing in the morning. I usually start with kind of a lighter snack. So we're gonna start with chia pudding that we're gonna make the night before, leave it in the fridge, and then you can pull it out and eat it. This is got a lot of protein in it and also a lot of fiber, which is great because if you're increasing your protein, you also need to increase your fiber so you keep it moving along. So let's make this. I love this Siggy's. It's skyr, and skyr is the secret to getting protein in you. It's 19 grams of protein for 3/4 of a cup of this yogurt. And it just really helps you get your protein in. So we're gonna start with a cup of this. And you can measure, but I'm gonna eyeball. So we'll say that's like a 1/4 cup, maybe more like a 1/3. So there's a cup of the skyr. You can see how thick it is. So it's gonna make this chia pudding more creamy. And then we'll go in with a cup of milk. You can use any kind of milk that you want. This is organic whole milk. So I'm just gonna stir this up before we add in the chia. Okay, so you've got a soupy base for your chia. And then we're gonna add a 1/2 cup of chia. And don't worry because I'm gonna provide a recipe list for you in the link below. So you can get the whole recipe below. You don't have to stress about writing down the recipes when you watch this. Then we're gonna do about a teaspoon of vanilla extract, which will give it a nice taste. And you can sweeten it to taste. So I'm gonna sweeten with some maple syrup. I think about 1/8 of a cup that was. You could do 1/8 of a cup to 1/4 cup. You can add sweetener as you wish. And then we'll just go ahead and pour it in a jar, a glass container to put in the fridge. And you can see it's already starting to gel. So we'll put it in the fridge for, it says 4 hours, but really honestly, it only takes about an hour, maybe even less. And then you can pull it out and add some fresh fruit to it. And you've got a high fiber, high protein snack. So about 1/2 of this would give you 25 grams of fiber, which 25 grams of protein, which is a great start to your day for getting in your protein. Okay, today I have some girlfriends coming over. We are doing a new moon circle today, and these girlies love their chocolate. So I thought I would make some chocolate protein brownies for them. So this is a company that I love so much. They make protein powders and they are so clean. And my favorite actually is the super cleanest one. I'm gonna show you. This one is, it's called Naked, the company. And this one is Naked Goat and it has nothing in it except for goat's whey. And it's just, that's my favorite. But these ones are super yummy. The chocolate peanut butter tastes so good. It's sweetened with coconut sugar. And this double chocolate is so chocolatey. So I need you to help me make a decision. Should we make chocolate peanut butter brownies or double chocolate brownies? Double chocolate brownies, not chocolate peanut butter. There's gonna be peanut butter in it anyway. Double chocolate. Okay, the double chocolate has been made. Also, let me know if you want me to, because they've got this great flavor too called blueberry muffin. If you want me to show you how to make blueberry muffin or blueberry pancake protein, you get what I'm saying, protein blueberry pancakes or protein blueberry muffins in a future video. Okay, let me know in the comments. Okay, so let's make, we've decided, double chocolate. We're gonna start with the dry ingredients. So we'll start with, I'm gonna give you the, remember if you want the recipes, it'll be in the comments below. So we're gonna start with half a cup of this protein powder. Half a cup of this double, it smells so chocolatey and so good. Half a cup, put that in. Then it's a quarter of a cup of cocoa powder. This is gonna be so chocolatey. Then we are going to have a teaspoon of baking powder. So we added a quarter teaspoon of salt. And then you're gonna blend the dry ingredients together. Okay, now we're gonna do the wet ingredients. We're gonna start with a cup of banana mashed. So you're just gonna take your banana, put it in the bowl, and we're gonna mash it up. Okay, normally I would do this in the blender. I'm trying to make this easier or harder on myself. I'm not really sure. You're gonna add 2 eggs. Oh, that just splashed me in the face. That's so gross. Oh, that's never happened before. Only when you're making a video. Seriously. Oh, it went down my top too. Stop. Okay, we added 2 eggs, which was, gosh. Okay, we're gonna add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Then you're gonna add a half a cup of nut butter, any kind of your choice, doesn't matter. I've got a bit at the bottom of the barrel of this that I'm gonna try and use up. So that ended up being about the perfect amount. We'll just add it in and mix it up. It might take a little bit because it's that bottom of the barrel peanut butter. And right now I am regretting not using the blender. After all this, I might switch over to it. Oh my God. Okay, I was trying to make this easy for you, trying to make sure that you didn't have to have a blender. But you know what? I think if you just mix the wet ingredients in the blender, it's gonna be a heck of a lot easier. I know I do that with my protein pancakes, and I don't know what I was thinking. So let's just learn together. Take this as a learning experience. Got a blender? Use a blender. If you don't, you gotta use your muscles. Do it the hard way. Do it the way our mothers used to do it. But you know what? We're modern girlies. We've got blenders now. Let's use them. If you don't, get one. They're not that expensive on Amazon. You don't need a high-speed blender. You can just use, you could use a food processor. You could use your magic bullet. I think we've got something we can mix this in, especially if you're trying to use up the rest of your peanut butter at the bottom of your jar, your natural peanut butter that gets all hard, that your kids won't use, right? Which, you know, we're trying to use the rest of our food. We're not wasting food anymore because of the price of groceries these days. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's so nice and smooth now. I'm happy now. We can continue. So we're gonna blend the wet and dry ingredients. I mean, come on. Look how easy that was. Use the blender from the beginning. Oh, that's beautiful. It smells so good too. Makes that peanut butter like new. Using up all our groceries, not wasting any food. Mix our dry ingredients in. Oh, it smells so chocolatey and yummy. And then we're gonna mix this in. Oh gosh, that looks gorgeous. Oh my gosh, this batter, it's gorgeous. Oh, I love it. I can just feel it's nice and springy, but it's gonna be nice and chewy. Oh, do you like a cakey brownie batter or do you like a chewy brownie batter? Okay, let's put it in our square pan, lined with parchment paper. I'm gonna put it in the oven for 20 minutes at 350. Okay, so this has already thickened up quite a bit in just that little bit amount of time that it took us to make the brownies, about maybe half an hour. So I'm gonna have probably about a cup of this. I will put on the screen how much protein that is and how much fiber it is. And we'll start to keep a running total of how much protein I'm getting in the day. Actually, that works out to be about half of it. So that's gonna be about 25 grams of protein and I believe about 20 grams of fiber, but we'll put it on the screen for sure. I'm gonna add some mango on top of it. Let's give it a taste. So good, so creamy with the skyr in it, the yogurt. And then it has a nice texture with the chia. And the vanilla in it makes it taste really nice. So it's nice and sweet with the extra mango. And this will keep me going until I get our breakfast made. Okay, so I'm almost finished my chia seed pudding, which had 25 grams of protein in it to start my day. And I'm gonna show you a breakfast salad that I'm gonna make now that has 65 grams of protein in it. So you're gonna start with a salad bowl or a mixing bowl, and I just make my dressing right in the bowl. So it's a really simple oil and vinegar dressing. I usually just put enough oil to fill the bottom of the bowl. Then I do some balsamic vinegar. I started with olive oil, I usually do about a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. Then some salt, just a shake of salt. And just whisk it together. Okay, I'm gonna add some red leaf lettuce to this. The idea is that I'm gonna have enough lettuce to fill a dinner plate for this. So we get lots of fiber, lots of leafy greens, good for our livers, good, lots of fiber. I had some leftover roasted vegetables from yesterday's breakfast, which I want to use up. So I'm just gonna add that into the salad. It's roasted zucchini and roasted potatoes that I did in the air fryer. Then I'm just gonna mix this together to coat it with the oil vinegar dressing. Okay, half for me and half for my husband, Tim. I'm gonna add some apples just to sweeten it up a little bit. We're gonna get to the protein. Okay, I've got half a cup of walnuts here and we're gonna put a quarter cup each on each salad. And so that's 5 grams of protein being added to the salads. Now I'm gonna add 2 medium eggs to my salad. I'm not a huge fan of eggs, but my husband loves eggs, so I'm gonna add 3 eggs to his salad. But for mine, that adds 12 grams of protein. Okay, I'm gonna add 2 slices of bacon, which adds a lot of flavor, but a surprising amount of protein as well. So 2 slices of bacon adds 14 grams of protein. So in moderation, it adds a lot of flavor, makes the meal taste really good, really adds to a salad and adds a lot of protein. Like 2 slices of bacon has more protein than 2 eggs. So there you go. Okay, a cup of cottage cheese gives me 34 grams of protein. So this is my secret weapon to getting lots of cottage cheese. I know a lot of people don't like cottage cheese. So if you don't like cottage cheese, you can do probably a chicken breast or something like that instead. But this really helps you to get your protein. So I just have it on the side. I also find, I just want to measure it out because I haven't measured it in a while. I just want to see how I'm doing at eyeballing a cup of cottage cheese. So that's what a cup of cottage cheese looks like. And bam, 34 grams of protein. And it's just a nice way to get some cheese in and a high amount of protein and also very low fat too. Okay, here's the brownies out of the oven. I should have mixed it a little bit better. There's a little bit of dry ingredient, but let's see how they turned out. That's how they look, the texture is. They're gonna be 7 grams of protein per brownie. Let's give it a try. It's cakey. It tastes like chocolate cake. You know what? It's gonna be good if we put them in the fridge. And they're gonna get more gooey, I think, in the fridge. Could use a little more sweetener. But I think it'd be nice with like a cup of coffee or a cup of milk. Okay, I'm refilming the main meal for you because my original footage didn't work out. There was no sound, and not only that, but the meal I had prepared for you also didn't work out. So we're going with an old trusty, which will give you lots of protein and it tastes so good. We're gonna make hamburger bowls.
Is this gonna be an epic fail?
It's not going to be a fail because I've made it so many times and I know it works so well. So you're going to start with about 454 grams of protein, that's like about a pound, right? So that's a pound of protein. Ground beef. You could use ground turkey if you want, I guess, but it's not going to be a hamburger bowl then, is it? So to that, you're going to season it. And this is all in the recipe book, which you can download below. We're going to add you're going to add a teaspoon of garlic powder, about a teaspoon of salt, and pepper. But as I say, all the exact ingredients are in that recipe book that you can download. So you mix up your seasonings and you're going to add that to your ground beef. Mix it all up. You're going to fry it up at a medium-high heat until it's all the way cooked through. While that's cooking, you can prep your potatoes for the air fryer or the oven. The air fryer is nice and quick, so you're just going to chop up your potatoes into whatever shapes you want. I'm not too adventurous with it. I'm going to spray it with some avocado oil and just season it with some salt. So I'm going to put it in the air fryer for 15 minutes at 390. I like this air fryer because it has a really big basket, so it means that you can put lots in it and it gets more crispy. Okay, we're going to make the special sauce now. So we're going to start with some mayo. And you're going to put the mayo in. Then you're going to add some ketchup. Then you're going to add some mustard. So I do about 2 tablespoons of mayo, a teaspoon of ketchup, and a teaspoon of mustard. And you mix all of that up. So then this becomes the sauce for on top of the burger bowls. So we'll put that aside until everything's cooked, so we can get the toppings going for it. So we're going to have some cherry tomatoes on it, which I'm just going to cut in half. Next, we're going to chop some baby dills. You could put whatever kind of pickles on top or no pickles at all. Then I already washed and spun this lettuce. So what I do is I chop it so it's easier to eat. I just slice it up. And then that becomes the base for your bowl. Okay, everything's cooked, so we are ready to put these bowls together. We're going to add the potatoes that are looking amazing from the air fryer. They just crisp up so nice and so quickly in that air fryer. That didn't even take 15 minutes. I think it was more like 10. Okay, then we're gonna add the ground beef. So I worked it out that 1 cup of lean ground beef is 32 grams of protein. That looks about a half a cup. We're also going to add 2 slices of cheese, which adds actually quite a bit of protein. 2 slices of this cheese acts as 12 grams of protein. So you could crumble it up, which I think would work best for these bowls. We'll add the tomatoes, which adds nice color. I think we need bigger bowls. And our pickles. And then the sauce, you just drizzle it over top. Okay, now for the taste test. This is always so good. It's a real favorite in our house, so I love it. You get 44 grams of protein in this, and it's such a treat. It's like a deconstructed burger. So if you're gluten-free, it's so easy. It's like a salad basically, because you get all that lettuce on the bottom. I love these. They're a real favorite. So yeah, let me know what you think of these.
I am gonna finish up today with the rest of this chia seed pudding bowl, which has 25 grams of protein in it. That means my total for today in protein is 159 grams of protein, which is amazing. I'm really happy about that. And it just goes to show that tracking really does help. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Remember, below is the recipes so that you can have it and track your protein as well. And thanks so much for watching. If you like more videos like this, please subscribe, and I will see you next time.